ladies and gentlemen. I get closer every single time to that smooth transition, but not quite there yet. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, it's me, your girl, Jinxeekatt, here to bring you not Chili Mountain versus VGM. So if you came from my Discord, sorry, I don't know how to read dates. Letters are fine, numbers I'm not so good at. I instead have for you CTON versus the other Koreans. I can tell you right now that they are delightful teams. So I am very excited to cast them. They are sweet. They were here on time. They gave me their map bans. Like, anybody here is looking for any of these players for, I don't know, some kind of tournament that might be coming up, that might be the thing to do. Sweet, nice, wonderful people. First and foremost, before we hop into the maps, so you can say, Jinxie, where are we going? What do we do? Don't worry, I've got you. I want to say, Skinny, thank you very. Sorry, I stuttered over that. Tukane, thank you very much for the 1,000 bits. I appreciate you so much. Now, without further ado, why don't we hop over to these maps and talk about what's going on? So, as you lovely folks can see, Towers of Doom and Cursed Hollow was banned out by the other Koreans. Brax's Holdout and Tomb of the Spider Queen was banned by CTON. CTON lost the coin toss. Other Koreans took first pick, and CTON brought us to Volskaya. I think we are all good to go, so I'm going to let the teams know that we're ready, and then we will hop in from there. How are you guys doing? Are you having a wonderful time? That's my Krogs! Those are my Krogs! I see them right now, and so the Krog hype. Thank you, Soft Bear. It's the first time I've seen them, like, not on my channel, used by me. So that's very exciting. I'm really impressed. We're 4 minutes into the stream now, and something hasn't broken, and I haven't something that might get NGS banned. So, like, we're doing pretty good right now. I'm super excited for this. I think it's gonna be a fun time. We're gonna have some fun games. I love Nexus gaming series. I love Storm Division. It's my favorite thing to cast. I look forward to my game every single week. In fact, I've inconvenienced my own Nexus gaming series captain for C Division 2 weeks in a row now with my Storm Division cast. So if you're out there, sorry, Goliath. I'll get better next week, I swear. Voodoo, you're having a wonderful time. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm going to bring it back over to me now while we wait to get started. Waiting for one to finish bio, and then we're good to go. You know what I didn't do? I didn't grab any water. So I'm going to text my mommy and ask her if maybe she'll grab me some water. Every week we get a little bit better at getting this done, and you know, like, I try to promote myself to organizations, especially like NGS, like being a very professional caster and like really good at my job. I'm like, yeah, I stream all the time. I've been streaming for about a year now. I do my own production. I cast, like, I've done this before. It's all good. And they're like, okay, yeah, we'd love to have you. And then I get to the screen, and I'm like, okay, so bad news. The audio is broken. I'm on the wrong channel promoting your content, and I don't know, like, my dog is vomiting all over the floor. So I'm an A+ production caster. If you need it, I got it. So, like, hire me. We're just waiting for these teams. I know you don't care about that. Time to pick up pizza, pause the game. Oh, Soft Bear, I mean, somebody's taking a really long bio, like, you know, so I'm sure you've got plenty of time. I mean, if you're lucky and the rest of us are super unlucky, then maybe what'll happen is we'll have a DC and we'll have to pause for 20 minutes and you can hear, like, my Warcraft theories or whatever. And yeah, it'll work out for you, Soft Bear. Moms are oh yeah, I have a really nice mom. Like if you guys have been watching my stream for a while, then you know, like I have a pretty cool mom. So how are you guys doing? I'm sure I've asked you that already, but I'm incredibly awkward when it comes to conversation, and I don't know how to just, like, you know, transition normally. So how are you guys? Again, for the third time. And again, for the third time, I hope you're having a wonderful time. You know, while we're waiting. Yeah, and Enigmatic saying, is he okay? Did he fall in? I don't even remember what I was saying now. I'm just super. All right, they're ready. Everybody is ready. I'm gonna let them know that I'm ready. Not that they ever care. 1 minute, Fury. No, you were the chosen one, Fury. Oh no. Should I? Tell me about these Koreans. What kind of ping are they getting? So, I don't know that the other Koreans are actually Korean. I can ask them right now. I don't want to come off. Is that racist? I don't want to be racist. I feel like asking is that racist on NGS is maybe something that I shouldn't be doing, but you know, here we are. Thanks, mommy. I'm asking right now. No, I'll say no racism and then they'll know. I don't think that helps. Oh no. It's just like, no, I feel everything about this is making me so uncomfortable. Like, I'm so uncomfortable right now. Yeah. No, that probably would have been the correct thing. I'm just gonna stop now. So, like, how's the weather been for most of you? Like, California's on fire. That's pretty wonky, right? I thought they were North American bass players. Thank you, Wedge, for saving me from the hole that I'm digging. And I feel like we're just gonna have to, like, delete this whole VOD. Like of all the things, I'm not even gonna say that because if I say it, then it'll happen, and I'm gonna make a humongous fool of myself, more than I already have. No, Voodoo, you didn't. I just was trying to be funny, and now I'm probably gonna get like a stern talking to. Thank you for the Arthas Krog. That makes me feel a little bit better. Wow, Soft Bear, you might get the game you're waiting for because I guess Fury is like his mom called or something. All right, and as I say that, we're gonna say R. I'm gonna say R, and the game will save me from myself because yikes. I'm a good person. I'm a good caster. I like folks. Okay, here we go. Volskaya Foundry. What can we expect to see here on Volskaya? Well, let me tell you about it. A lot of things come into play. Urel is a huge pickup here on this map. So good at sustaining on that point forever. Mephisto is picked a lot. I don't know if he's picked at this level of play, but he is quite the popular pick. So We could see the Mephisto. Chromie and Garrosh immediately going to be banned out. Two of the most top tier picks right out the gate, so it makes sense to get rid of them. What else can we hope to see? Well, thank you, Chad. I appreciate you making me feel a little bit better. And I think that's the first time and the last time I'm ever going to say anything like that. There's the Mephisto ban away that we were talking about. Makes a lot of sense. Nobody wants to deal with old squiggly boy. Get him out of here. What else? Ana, super solid ban. Nope, it's going to be the Yrel. Nobody gets to play Yrel this time round. And I know some of the players might be pretty disappointed because Yrel is one of the best off lanes in the game right now. And some of the players, like, only play Yrel. And then once they're off the Yrel, you see them and they're kind of, like, super patat. Like, so hopefully that's not the case tonight. We get to see some super high-level heroes of the Storm play. Immediately coming out the gate, it's going to be Clausy on the Deathwing, and that's super interesting. Usually Deathwing is a pick you kind of want to hide, just based on the fact that there are so many heroes that can deal with him right now. He's had so many nerfs to his health. Like, Leoric is the big one, who's actually so really fantastic on this map. Greymane, of course, another just really strong in general pick. On competitive, I've only seen Mephisto with certain players that are really good, and also Tiger JK. That's fair. And immediately out the gate, we are going to see Dark Chimera on that Ana, and then Fury picking up the Tychus. Is this the Fury bait? Are they going to swap to play in a tank here in a second and just like surprise folks with the Tychus, who's actually really strong right now? ETC coming in for the Paletta, and there is any problem on the Greymane. Taking away one of those counters there. And you know, it's not the end of the world if your team just drafts nothing but counter after counter, because it's kind of the same thing with like a Cho'Gall, in that like you can definitely ban to counter the Cho'Gall or pick to counter the Cho'Gall, but you're only taking care of two characters in the equation. And, like, if you're super focused on killing the Cho'Gall and he doesn't die, then the rest of their team is just going to kill you. So there has to be a little bit of fluctuation. And, like, are we going to super focus on the Deathwing? Like, what about that ETC? We got to deal with him. So far, they only have Sleep and Grenade to interrupt, which is a fair amount. You're going to see Diablo Deckard banned away there while I'm going through that whole rant about how to counter Deathwing there. Of course, both very strong right now. Healer pool getting thinner and thinner as we go on, as Imperious and Li Ming are picked up by CTON. Looking to be a superb game right now. Imperious, another good counter into that Deathwing. He's got that percent health at level 1. We'll have to get up the CDR on the spear. So, a little bit of a give and a take there, but worth it. Stukov gonna come out for iTunes. Jay, what are you going to finish us up with? Is it going to be a 4-man Deathwing if you pulled the wool over everybody's eyes?
I hear the call of the wild.
It's going to be Rexar. So this definitely could be a 4-man Deathwing. We might have been super bamboozled. You can see now here, even CTON is like, in terms of what they're up to right now. You rated since our first match, Menace? Thank you, Lionhouse. I appreciate that. We're going to see the Mal'Ganis come out here as the next tank. Interesting. We don't get to see much Mal'Ganis lately, and I'm really digging it because I'm a big Mal'Ganis player. I used to be when he was super OP. So, looking at these... I would like to do like who I think won the draft from my silver perspective, and then ask the chat what they think as we get into it, because I always like to bring you back over here to me as opposed to that ugly loading screen. You know, not that this is much better, but like, hey, you know, I don't know, maybe you can like screen cap like a really ugly face that I'm making or something, you know? So, looking at these teams, there's some Galaxy Brain play in up and coming. Ooh, that was quick, as we're going to hop into this game here. Galaxy Brain play coming out from the other Koreans that I don't quite understand. And so because of that, I am going to give the draft win at the start of the game over to the members of CTON because I can understand their comp a little bit more. That's just my opinion. Would love to hear yours as we start in this game number 1 in our best of 5 series. Over here on the left-hand side, I know my left from my right, left-hand side, we are going to see CTON with Dark Chimera on that Ana. Fury is going to be your Mal'Ganis. Corgi Booty playing that Imperious. LM on that Tychus. And then is going to be Li Ming, played by Enigmatic. And over here on the right, Clausy on that Deathwing. Jay is going to be your Rexar. iTunes on the Stuka. The Paletta will be your ETC. And Any Problem rocking that Greymane. Once again, this is the other Korean. See a little bit of a skirmish breakout here already as we take a look at some of these level 1 talents. Deathwing going for that Draconic Might. Basic attacks against heroes heal for 25% of the damage dealt, and losing a plate gives you protection. So already looking to deal with that Tychus and with the Imperious. Imperious, of course, going for that Burn the Impure, which is 2.5 of your maximum health for each brand mark, I do believe. The Paletta getting taken super low, 69 health, nice. Is just going to hearth back, doesn't even bother tapping that fountain. He knows it would be a waste. Clausy coming up to try and get some of this soak as well. Stukov looking to clear it all out, and then a minute has been hit. And in fact, these teams are late. Usually want to start right on the minute mark to pick up that camp, but they almost got the ETC kill, so we'll forgive them. Tychus and Ana able to clear out this camp rather quickly. While over here on the right-hand side, Any Problem with that swinging Greymane auto attack is going to be able to clear out that camp. ETC going to be put to sleep, immediately shot up by Enigmatic, dealing a ton of damage with those magic missiles. They did opt to go for that power hungry, so globes giving you more mana. And then, of course, granting 10% spell power for a little bit. Fury maybe being caught out here. Gets hit by that Deathwing stun. It's going to be surrounded by 3, but here come the rest of the team. And Fury looking to grab iTunes. He gets low. The stun maybe could have ended it. Gladiator's Medallion is going to be popped. You're having a little bit of stutter. I apologize. But we are going to see everybody back out, reset, look to grab stuff on the other side of the lane. Imperious really seems to be the only one who's down here in the bottom. Poor Corgi Booty with that Imperious wave clear is trying to bait the minions back over to their wave. Really solid play. Jay coming back down, and this is the power of the Rexar into that Imperious, that he has significantly better wave clear, and as such he's able to roam a little bit more, help his team out. And we have the Koreans starting their game a little bit ahead. Up here in the top, we are going to see a fight over this objective here. This healing camp. Tychus going to be the first to fall. Deathwing doing a ton of damage. Fury going in, tries to sleep away, gets to sleep by the Ana nade. A stun coming out onto Fury. Stun from ETC. Can Chimera keep him alive? They can. Wow. That was crazy. I didn't think that Fury was going to live there, but of course Dark Chimera with that healing dart is able to keep everybody nice and healthy, and as such save their life. Really seeing the difference why Mal'Ganis isn't quite picked up anymore is sometimes if you can't land that super long wind-up CC, then you get kind of caught out in the middle of the team. So we are going to see the other Koreans pick up this point first here. Up in the top, it is going to be a duel of the ages. Enigmatic on the Li Ming versus the Paletta. Best wave clear, best auto, best solo lane, and Siege Camp was taken by both teams here, and we can actually see Li Ming clearing that out right now. Any Problems, gonna be in a little bit of a trouble. Able to get out. Klotzy landing on the members of CTON there. Fury trying to get folks out. Rexar showing up to throw a bird at them. We are going to see that honestly putting folks to bed real easy. However, Fury, oh my goodness, 300 health, able to get out of there. Greymane not as lucky. Enigmatic coming in with a really solid Li Ming combo there. However, Klotzy Really showing why this is a first pick Deathwing. Holy moly, losing an armor plate nearly there. Misha is going to fall, and this is going to be the members of CTON retaking the point here. Chat here now. Since when is the Paletta the tank player? He's been the tank player for a while. The range from Deathwing. Yeah, the range Deathwing is coming out really well here. Should see the members of the other Koreans come in and look to clean up this objective here. See if they can't get one more fight before somebody takes it. 80% for the members of CTON. Fury going in. Deathwing dropping the Cataclysm. iTunes taking a little chunk of damage, but now Klotzy is on the absolute other side of the map. And now, in a shocking turn of events, this is going to be the other Koreans taking the point for the moment. Corgi Booty getting quite low with the Punisher heads over to our friends in orange. That is going to be CTON backing up, looking to reset. They got so very low there in that fight. As such, are just going to have to back up. Blue team, though, managing to get a little bit of damage down here in the bottom lane. We can see Imperius just trying to clear out. However, Punisher does significantly more than our old Stab Daddy. Top lane is now the name of the game, where everybody is headed. That well absolutely under assault. Enigmatic missing that combo. That's not what you like to see. Well will go down, and of course the standard rotation keeping as it is, making it even more difficult for CTON to get in on fight on this next objective. Level 10 online for the members of the other Koreans. We have that bellowing roar, Grayman with a cursed bullet, flailing swipes from Stukov. Wars for Rexar. What is ETC gonna pick? They're holding it until the last possible second. Fury getting the sleep off. iTunes having to drop that healing pulse. And now Fury is going to go down. They don't have their... They weren't quick enough to pop their ultimate, unfortunately. They actually ended up going for the Dark Conversion. Most likely for the Deathwing, but that is a 0.75 channel, and then a 3-second overtime heal. Probably wouldn't have saved him in that fight. Interesting pickup we don't typically get to see. Wave of Force, as is standard for Li Ming, but we're actually going to see the stage dive come out from ETC, and I'm really liking this play from the members of the other Koreans. With the Deathwing, with the ETC, they can be anywhere on the map in an instant. It's going to make it really difficult for the members of CTON to try and push in, try and look for things by themselves. Two members just being able to come in and immediately 2v1 you. Gonna be hard. Wars are coming out. Fury under assault. The Paletta goes in. Tychus getting absolutely devastated there. The ETC stage dive comes down just for damage at this point. It is going to be the 1 for nothing going over to the other Koreans, who are now looking to grab this camp for free. They even managed to dodge the Li Ming. Fury tries to jump on the Mal'Ganis. Great sleep by Dark Chimera. Unfortunately, though, that is going to be no dice for CTON. The other Koreans managing to pick up that turret before heading over to their own. Level 12 to 13. Stab coming out onto the Paletta, who takes a ton of damage, but a fantastic stun there from Clausy is going to save their friend's life. It's going to be nothing that CTON can do about this. They're just going to have to try and look for 13, as it is just a smidgen away for the members of the other Koreans. And poor Enigmatic, spending the entire game in the solo lane. In fact, let's take a look, can we? The hero damage, 22k. Actually higher than the biggest hero damage over on the side of OTK. Rexar will fall, getting CC'd, and then immediately dying there. Sorry for the T2ers. We were able to catch those last couple of seconds. No ultimate to use from the side of CTON, so nobody there popping an ultimate to get that kill. Just an unlucky gank coming out onto Rexar there. Going back to this, yeah, up until then, when Greymane was able to come in and do a little bit of damage, Li Ming had the highest hero damage, despite living in Africa for most of this game, just away from everybody else. For early objective, will go over to no one because there's no objective in the middle lane. It's in the top lane. I'm an absolute fool. I heard it beeping and I was like, all right, like, let's go. They're gonna get on it. They wouldn't just stand there in the middle of the map just to stand there in the middle of the map, right? But apparently they would. We're gonna see the early objective though now go over to ETC in the middle lane. Again, more T2ers. Greymane falls down. Rexar finishes their quest. And now we're going to see CTON with one member down for, try and invade onto ETC. They get that relatively easy. This is the first time we've really seen the combo of CTON come to fruition. They knew they had that 5v4, and as such, were able to come and pick that ETC. And now Fury got to sit on the point while the rest of the kids go have fun. Li Ming once again sitting in the lane, just clearing minions. Poor baby. She wants to go play too. Or he, depending on Li Ming's gender or enigmatics, or they. I actually don't know what enigmatic prefers. So they want to go play too, but everybody's stuck in the lane. Tyka's rotating back up. Gonna try and look for Desmond here. We'll see that dash come in, and immediately the plate and a half falling for Claus. You're gonna have to fly to regain that armor and the health. We can take a little bit more look, a closer look at this Deathwing build, except for it looks like a fight may potentially break out. Fury looking to stun the Misha Bear, able to do so. Corgi Booty taking a little bit of harass there from ETC. They do have their ultimate back up thanks to that, well, mostly time, but also they have level 13. ETC sliding through that silence, trying to get out. That is going to be the Paletta going down once again. Tyka's popping that Commandeer Odin. And now Imperius getting quite low. Corgi Booty running for their life. Misa's on top of them. Klotzy gonna be able to bonk him, and it's actually Rexar finishes up the kill up here in the top lane. iTunes getting so very low. Li Ming, however, to be the next to fall. There goes Stukov. Fury's running and dashing, strutting his way to life, but he's surrounded by 3, 4 if you include that turret. Tychus tries to come in and help their friend, but as such ends up going down. Any problems? Wants Fury so bad. Klotzy comes in and secures it. And in a shocking turn of events, it's gonna be the other Koreans who pick up almost the entire team. Only Dark Chimera surviving there. And now it's Klotzy's turn to take a nap on the point, as Dark Chimera with that superior on a wave clear is going to try and clear out this top lane. Alrighty, while we wait for everybody to reset, we can take a look at these talents. Interestingly, we're going to see that heat of battle for Imperius, increasing the molten armor healing, trying to help themselves stay alive. 16 is reached by CTON, who took a pretty good fight despite being down a talent tier there. They are going to be down a little bit further now, not able to pick up that protector. But finally, Greymane and Stukov get in, using up about 10 seconds of it, just on like, who's going to get it? I don't know. You want to drive? No, that's okay. I've been drinking. How about you? Probably not actually how the conversation went, but middle lane, not long for this
Ready to have a little fun?
What was that? I think that was the new overlay, and it scared Jesus out of me. That was so loud. Thank you very much for whatever that was. I apologize. It just startled me. I was like, I haven't heard the new alerts. Down here in the bottom lane, we are going to see this bottom fort get absolutely devastated. Again, making the next objective very difficult. CTON is going to have to turn out some big plays to contest this next objective. Boars are popped. However, Fury running away, trying to strut, uses that sleep. ETC looking for the backline. Deathwing coming in as well, and now Fury is isolated, already using that life transference there. Out comes the fear from Deathwing, connecting onto 2. Corgi Booty has finally entered the ring. CTON dropping, excuse me, the other Koreans dropping their healing pulse already, getting themselves nice and healed up, and it looks like CTON has taken a little bit of damage, but Klotzy is already 50%, only 20 armor. Fury with a gorgeous 2-man stun into a beautiful 2-man sleep. iTunes flailing swipe's gonna knock everyone away, not enough to interrupt Tychus there, though. They do become unstoppable during that ultimate transition. And only Mal'Ganis going down there in the team fight. Fury just staying up a little bit too far, and as such, that does mean without an engaged tank, this turret will go over to the side of the other Koreans. I can speak words, I swear. Everyone from NGS, just like no words, please. Another little fight breaking out here. Deathwing landing down, does have full health and armor plate once again. This siege camp is going to go the way of the other Koreans, who are doing quite well, absolutely dominating this early game number 1. Still close enough in XP that we could see a return play from CTON, but as such, they are struggling right now. Greymane gonna go grab the other siege camp. Other turret being picked up by all 4 members of the other Koreans. And now it's really just CTON's turn to try and make something happen. Our friends in the blue are just soaking. They know they need to hit 20 before they can fight. As such, everybody but Imperious just gonna have a buddy. And with this build, it's quite hard to kill Imperious, so makes sense that they leave them all by their lonesome. Take a look at this. Interestingly enough, we have Blind as a bat coming out for Mal'Ganis at the level 16, trying to keep him alive by just not only the healing, but also the consecutive stuns can be very disrupted. If your team is telling you what is going on, it can be a really devastating process. Level 20 has been hit for the other Koreans, and we can take a look here as they look to push in this middle keep. ATC will go down in the top, tries to investigate, takes a little bit too long, gets blown to bits, and thanks to that, OGK just gonna have to back out. They do see Fury here. I don't know if he's trapped in here with them or they're trapped in with him. It looks like they might be trapped in with him. Stukov getting absolutely devastated there. It is going to be Li Ming, though, who blasts into Oblivion, immediately going down. iTunes has that upgrade on the flailing spikes now, and Asset is going to be able to disengage rather easily. His healing pulse was dropped and cleared almost immediately. Both turrets coming out as well. And despite losing Li Ming and this early bit of channel here, not a bad trade for CTON. They got them to drop all of their items instantly. And now the camps have respawned, allowing CTON to pick one up and maybe try and contest. Are going to see a team fight break out here once again. Controlled Chaos coming out. It will be on full cooldown now. Trying to go in. Fury with the flank. Ends up being 1v9. Corky Booty very low. Great job by Stukov. A fantastic combo, killing off 2 more members. And that's a 5-man team wipe. Nobody even looking at the objective anymore. It's going to be Misha tanking this keep. And Li Ming is up now, but it's a 1v5 play here by Enigmatic. Is this the end? Blue 4 under assault. Enigmatic throwing out those mage autos, but the shield is already gone. Nobody else coming. GG should be called here in a moment. Slide onto Li Ming just for posterity. Gonna throw out one more combo. Out comes that squiggly arm. That is gonna be game number 1 in our best of 5 series, going over to the other Koreans. Well done. Take a look here from our fancy handy dandy end screen. 8-13, fairly close in kills. We can see there though, Fury getting kind of farmed. It feels bad on the Mal'Ganis, trying to go in, got some great combos off, but in the end, just the kit of Mal'Ganis not able to hold up to ETC, Rexar. I mean, everybody having so many CCs to interrupt him out of his combo can be so frustrating. In fact, everybody but Greymane had some form of CC in the form of hard CC, like a silence, like a stun, and as such, just made it very difficult for CTON to get in there. Dark Chimera, though, healing out of their mind. We can see the 55k coming out. Only the 1 death when everybody died at the end. So really outstanding play from them. Enigmatic with a 48k, finally falling below any problem there at the end. And just the fact that the team was able to aggress more and more damage could be done. We'll take a look at these talents. We really didn't get to talk about them past level 10. Interesting Deathwing build coming out here from Clausy. One thing I wanted to talk about before the teams kept non-stop fighting. I'm not mad, though. That heat wave, which does heal death, or sorry, deals 12 extra damage all around. So it's the damage over time Deathwing it comes out. Increase the explosion damage of lava burst by 125%. Then, of course, the death drop. Here we have that Wicked Inferno and then the Conflagration, which that's the most I've probably ever seen a Deathwing use that Molten Breath, and it got a ton of value. So, well played by them. Imposing Presence makes a lot of sense for the Tychus coming out from ETC. Of course, the Crowd Pleaser. Big ol' stage dive we saw right there at the end. Fury not picking up that level 20 talent. Imperious going for that Impervious, and this is more of a sustain Imperious that we saw, not the typical run up and stab him Imperious that we're used to. So, I'm going to hop into this other lobby, going to jump over to this as we wait for everybody to say yes, they are good for game number 2. Picked by blue, won by red, and our team's 1-0 update. Alrighty.
What do you say? Ready to have a little fun?
Welcome to Nexus Gaming, Shinkari. Thanks for following. That is the alert, and now that I know what that is, no one ever expects the Meteor Cow. I am going to let them know that we are ready. And then after that, we should be able to get going. Any second now. Really good game so far. Very even. I like to see it. And another thing that I'm really happy about is nobody disconnecting on the side of OTK. I think like the last 2 times that I've had to cast them, have had the pleasure
Ready
of
to
casting.
have a little fun?
Thank you very much for the follow, Rogue Valkyrie. Pleasure having you here. Ours are coming out. What was I saying though? Yeah, OTK. Or no, TOK. I keep saying OTK, but that's not right. Other Koreans. Every time I've had the opportunity to cast them, somebody is DC'd, and I feel awful because it's always been like a 10-minute DC, and so they end up having to give the match, and that feels awful. And then there were some health problems that came up. So I'm really glad they're here. They look healthy. They're putting on a fantastic show. It's been a really lovely time. Our next game is actually going to be on Hanamura Temple, and this is a game. I know a lot of the other folks in NGS were interested to see how this is going to go down.
Traveling to Hanamura.
Gonna hop us over there while I update the scorecard here. Hanamura, and it is going to be members of the other Koreans with the first pick, and as such that means CTON picked up the map. But they had a pretty good macro in game number 1. It just kind of got away from them when they started dying. So maybe where this map is more focused on trying to get the camps and win than the objective. Just kidding. We're going to bring it back over here. It looks like teams picked wrong. I'm going to double check and say, I'm going to say Tilda forever because I dropped something on the keyboard.
What do you say? Ready to have a little fun?
Dadma, thank you very much. Welcome to Nexus Gaming. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Exclamation point Matcherino if you guys would like to help Storm Division and the prize pool. Every bit, every sub, all that good stuff that you donate to the channel tonight goes to your caster. So if you like your caster, please stop on by and show some love. Or, you know, just like say, hey, Jinxie, I really like your hair. And I was like, wow, thanks. Nobody's ever told me that before. Also, if you guys can, check out exclamation mark Patreon. check out the Nexus Gaming Series Patreon. They do a lot of really cool stuff, and they deserve all the money to keep all this good stuff going, because everybody who is a part of NGS is a volunteer. Nobody gets paid. In fact, the casters getting paid are the closest things that we've ever had to employees so far in NGS. Anyway, moving on with the draft, we are going to see these immediate bans flying through. Garrosh against Fury, Chromie Deathwing being banned out here in game number 2. CTON Learner, they're like, Clausy, no. Like, absolutely not. That was really annoying, and we don't want to deal with that again. So, makes sense to get rid of them. Who's responsible for Hanamura? That would be the members of CTON, it looks like. Imperious gonna be banned out. Another little nod to Corky Booty there. Everyone just saying, all right, man, like, I respect you. Thank you, Eric, for the matcherino. I know I'm 30 seconds late, but I appreciate it. What are we going to see as the first pick here? EDC is still available. We could see the Ana once again. They did so well with it beforehand. Else, maybe there it is, the Urel. Corgi Booty on that Urel. Really solid pickup, and I think that the extra armor they'll most likely go at level 1 will be much easier to get in and deal some damage without taking too much damage. So I was asked this question today, and I'm going to ask you guys because I'm curious. As we're going to see, Ana Diablo picked up. Diablo is interesting. I know this is one of their least preferred maps, just based on the fact that the maps are so wide open. It's really difficult to get those wall stuns, but having the setup with the Ana and the Sleep Dart, or get the stun into the Sleep Dart with the flip, could be an interesting combo there. We're going to see Raynor Greymane come in, and this says poke your tank to me while Urel dives on the back and just kills everyone. A really strong team comp coming out. But while we have a low, what do you call the camp on this map? You call it the Samurai, the Sentinel, the Genji, or my personal favorite, the Walking Guy? Let me know in the chat what you guys call it. We're going to see ETC banned away, and then the Cassia. Cassia not seeing that insta-ban anymore, since they are more focused on team fighting than macro, and this is a macro play map more. Cho'Gall coming out from the other Koreans. Clausy and any problems. Interesting. I mean, it's a super tank lock coming out from the other Koreans, and I never would have guessed that they were picking Cho'Gall. New Barak wasn't banned. It's going to be picked up, though, and Deckard Cain picked up as well. That on a Cho'Gall, very devastating to see. Oh, man. What a hide. Perfect time to pick it. The Diablo doesn't allude to Cho'Gall at all. And then finally the Zoom. So that means that Ana is the range DPS of the other Koreans. And we're being memed super hard. Probably not being memed, but I don't usually see any kind of drafts like this. So very excited. Should be a new, interesting way to play. You know, since I didn't believe last time, I think I'm going to believe this time. And my vote is going to go over to the other Koreans for game number 2, because I thought the Deathwing was super spicy in game 1. The Cho'Gall is even spicier. It worked out so well for TOK that is going to be my guess. They're going to take game number 2, and then, I don't know, maybe we'll see the reverse sweep here. Over here on the right-hand side, we are going to see the other Koreans with any lazy on Cho'Gall. That's cute. iTunes on that Ana. The Paletta will be your Diablo, and up here in the top, it's going to be J12321 on that Zool. Over here on the left-hand side, we're looking at the members of CTON with Enigmatic, gonna be on that gray main. Oh gosh, I never know how to say this. Lame on that Rainer. Up here in the top, it's going to be Dark Chimera on that Deckard. Corgi Booty is your Urel, and Fury on that Anubarak. Good luck, have fun being called out. Cheese is immediately started by the members of Team CTON, who are just going to back up. Oh shoot, sorry team. Let me swap over for you. I know you're going to ping me, you're going to highlight me in 30 seconds, it'll all be alright. Sleep coming out does not connect onto Corgi Booty, as we are going to see up here in the top lane. Enigmatic maybe get picked up there, but the sleep has already been used. Out comes Corgi Booty to knock everyone away. Anna trying to heal him, but as such is going to be them getting knocked away. Yeah, I see you. We got it. We're fine. Down here in the bottom, it's going to be Rainer versus Zool, which is not a matchup that Zool wins. Invade coming out here onto that Samurai. And as such, Diablo going to be the first to fall there. First blood, any lazy. Getting borked out there a little bit by the Anu. Just the stun, not allowing the Cho part of Cho'Gall to do much. And as such, neither team able to pick up this Samurai quite yet. Over here, we're going to see a fight on the turret camp. Greenmane diving in. Dark Chimera getting quite low. Enigmatic also getting low. Diablo coming in. Cho'Gall going to be the first of all. That is a double kill. Urel finally here. The Paletta. Nice and healthy turret was picked up and dropped by the members of the other Koreans. And now Vision Camps are going to be the name of the game. This should be CTON trying to grab their own as we move forward. We can see Greymane heading over to that Sentinel. Not going to start it by themselves, though. They've got less than 50%, or sorry, about 75% health, and there it is. Genji does big sword damage. The whole team showing up to deal with him, while a new rack looks like it's going to head to soak the bottom lane. Even Urel showing up. Grab the Sentinel, grab the turret, then look to fight again. Diablo trying to scout folks out. Will find a new rack. They want to take this vision, but so far tap hasn't been taken, and the members of CTON hanging around, looking for anybody who's going to try and step up. Great bush check by Diablo there, making sure they aren't flanked by the Anub. Because 2 stuns is quite a lot. Diablo going to be stunned out by a new correct. We knew it was there, but still managed to go in and get away. Having to use that Gladiator's Medallion, the Paletta, who is the only person that I've seen use it so far. It could have been in other lanes, but maybe the only person remembering that that's a thing, as we're all still kind of trying to get used to it. Samurai Camp is going to be shut down fairly quickly, and as such, objective is spawning. Nobody looking to get it yet. Cho'Gall rushing up. Enigmatic looking to just hang out in the bottom, grab the soak. Corgi Booty and Jay, I always like to point these folks out. They are offlaners, the most cool and attractive members of the team. Knockback from the hammer, so we don't get those curse strikes out. They sacrifice screen time so we can have XP. So everyone, find your solo laner, tell them you love them, as we're gonna see a little bit of a skirmish break out here, but Rainer able to just easily enough say, nope, get out of here with that penetrating round and keep themselves relatively healthy. Up here in the top, we are going to see CTON have gotten this objective pretty far. Not the most sought after objective, as it does do the lowest amount of damage. In fact, oh no, in the bottom lane, Rainer able to drop the turret, but always waiting until we're looking away to die. Rainer will fall to Cho'Gall and Diablo there. And as such, they are going to allow a free objective to go in for the members of CTON, who are just looking to abuse this top lane. Objective firing at this bottom lane here now. Does grab most of the well. Will finally grab the well. And these towers. Durell down here now. A little bit of a lane swap from the teams. The Paletta here against Urel. And this is what's so frustrating, is not having a true offlaner on the side of the other Koreans. It means that a lot of folks are going to have to go down and try and rotate into Urel. who Corgi Booty is making a spicy play trying to jump in 3v1. But they are Urel, so even if they do, it doesn't matter. Jinxeekatt getting picked up here by the members of CTON. Nubarak trying to see what's going on over here. They see the walking guy being harassed by the other Koreans. They're having the team come. They're not willing to engage yet. Raynor still isn't there, as we'll be here first. So this will be the team fight going in favor of the other Koreans most likely. And we do see that Genji picked up. Enigmatic getting quite low. Cho'Gall running in, dealing a ton of damage. Out comes that shove from Gall. And the fight is just continuing down the lane here. Samurai still doing a little bit of damage from the side of CTON. Will finally be cleared out. Does not get that final cut off onto Diablo. Camp's being taken, and I hope you guys are ready for the lull, because welcome to Hanamura Temple. Basically what we do is go, this team's taking a camp. This team's taking a camp. The other team's taking a camp. The other team's taking a camp. So hopefully look to see some fights here in a couple of seconds. We are 9-8, which means that CTON will have the opportunity to engage here in just a moment and fight without the enemy having their heroic ability. Taking a look at this, we do have standard for Greymane, the viciousness, that insatiable, and then of course those quick silver bullets. Not the spicy Wizened Duelist kill or dies 6 times Greymane we're used to typically seeing. Good shove by Lazi there, able to push Cho'Gall out of that roof, and as such, not let them take too much damage. Down here in the bottom, we are going to see this fort most likely go down on the side of the other Koreans there. Still not level 10, barely hitting level 9. We saw the Hyperion come out, and with the Cocoon, with the Hyperion, the members of the other Koreans know they need to play it safe. They know that these are some big tools that can absolutely just shut them down. Objective has spawned and is being carried away by the side of CTON here, who may also look to grab this camp. We're going to see Li Ming on the objective, or excuse me, Raynor on the objective. There's no Li Ming in the game. I saw the cloud look like a Li Ming, like the puff she does when she bounces away when she blinks. No Li Ming, though would feel pretty good against that Nubarak probably. Objective going to be pushed a little further back in towards the middle. The other Koreans looking to get an early lead on this guy. Meanwhile, Annie Lazi clearing out the vision camp. Make sure the team is able to see it nice and easy. All the while, CTON just going to push this top 4. Cocoon comes out on a Diablo instantly free, and that was just kind of it's a low cooldown. Let's burn it to make sure we all get out safely. Well done by Fury. Zool better be careful. Finally meets up with their friends, does this siege camp. How much will it get? How much does Diablo get? Trying to distract everybody from getting onto him. Great medallion. The Paletta able to get out. We are going to see Stay Wild and Listen come on, as do we see that Twisting Nether come out from Cho'Gall, who's taking a lot of damage. Nano Boost has been popped. Fury looking quite low as well. Raynor taking most of the Cho'Gall to the face like a champ. And Yazi now on Dark Chimera, trying to get that Decker to go down, but the potions are too gosh darn strong. As such, Ana able to heal up Cho'Gall, able to grab this point here, and then able to heal up their friend in real life and be able to post some good stuff there. Objective being pushed by the members of the other Koreans. Up in the top, it looks like they're willing to trade the objective for the fort, and that's just how kind of lousy the Hanamura objective is. Nobody really minds giving it up, especially considering a fort and a keep are going to be grabbed here by the side of CTON unless somebody from the other Koreans stops them. Does get rooted, does get knocked back. Fury has a turret. Are they going to drop it? Out comes Cursed Bullet. Cho'Gall gets incredibly low. Nubrak finally coming in. This is the first 5v5 we've actually seen. Unstoppable used by Fury there. Raynor getting quite low, having to use the adrenaline rush. Cho'Gall looking to come in, is going to connect on to nobody. Almost had a 5v5. Teams are going to reset now. Corgi Booty in the bottom. Haven't seen him all darn game. Just soaking away, making sure the team stays ahead in experience. We are 13 to 12 here now. Take a look at some of these. That rallying cry from Raynor increasing the inspiration by 1 second, and then giving your allies movement speed and attack speed for the duration. Cho'Gall looking to come in. Stay wild and listen is interrupted by the Paletta. Out comes Twisting Nether. Anilazi in the cocoon. Out comes the Diablo. Is not going to be able to free that Cho'Gall. Diablo going to be the first to fall though. Nano boost is good, but is it enough? Zool next to fall. 2 for nothing. Going over to the members of CTON. That's 4-5. 5-man team wipe coming out. There's Diablo will respawn with the souls, cannot enter the fight back, and what an incredible fight for CTON. Paletta just gonna look to try and soak up those souls there. We can see 3 now that I say it. 3 is not the loneliest number, but still less than 100. And you know what's so nice? We might have to do it twice. Fury is going to try and zone away the Paletta. Great combo there with the Deckard Scroll of the Ceiling and that penetrating round. And now this keep, not long for the world, is going to go down. Stay wild and listen. Unstoppable doesn't do a gosh darn bit of good for Jay, who ends up falling asleep in it anyways. Keep actually manages to survive here. Nothing to heal it up though. That is going to be Corgi Booty, just trying to get rid of that Eye of Kilrog. And yeah, CTON is looking pretty gosh darn unstoppable here now. They're 3 levels up and saying, you know what? Like, you can definitely try your Cho'Gall comp. We're going to kill it, but sure, fam. Play Cho'Gall, lol. Fight over the Sentinel is not going to happen. Zoning right now, everybody looking for vision, trying to find a flank onto their enemy. Looks like Fury has found it. Out comes Cursed Bullet, the Paletta getting very low. Beetle's being cleared out, as that's really all that the other Koreans can do while they are waiting to get 16. And this is CTON's game to lose right now. Objective will spawn in 25 seconds. Corgi Booty, I don't even know if they've been up to their side of the map. Like, do they know what it looks like? Just been soaking away like a champion. In the meantime, Sentinel will be picked up here by CTON, who are looking to finish what they started and get rid of this keep. The Sentinel so very strong. However, doesn't even get to the keep before Fury finally finishes it off. The Beatles are too strong. Curious. It is that Carapace build with the Cocoon, and then of course that Epicenter getting the CDR on that burrow there for Nubarak. Camps once again being picked up by everybody. Fortification camp for both teams here. Genji available to CTON. Greymane getting an early start on it. That is going to be 2 turrets that they will have in case anybody wants to invade. It looks like the invasion is actually coming out here. Nubarak also having a turret. Stay wild, listen, coming out. So that Twisting Nether not connecting yet, but they finally find it onto Deckard. Out comes the Poison Nova as well. Cho'Gall in the cocoon. Greymane dropping the Cursed Bullet. And everybody presses R, then runs away. Nobody going down in that fight there, despite it looking very spicy on both sides. Objective, oh yeah, somebody will be on their way to that. It looks like Corgi Booty, everybody having to reset here. They still have the Lightning Breath available, as well as Hammer of Twilight and the Nano Boost. This could potentially be the fight that the other Koreans are looking for. It's in a choke, but nobody looking to fight without 16. They tried once, it ended up almost getting really bonked there. So they're just gonna let it go in. Hyperion is going to be dropped, looking to grab onto this siege camp, or excuse me, keep. And if that's the case, then that'll be a naked core for the other Koreans. Very difficult to defend, especially since wave clear isn't significantly better. It isn't very strong at all. Corgi Booty is going to be stunned. It's going to be rooted there, and this is going to be the first time that they go down. It's the first time they might use their ult here. It's going to get stunned out by those Cho'Gall orbs. Has to use their medallion. Finally does fall. And now this could be the other Korean's time to shine. Dark Chimera getting very low. Fury also low, hasn't dropped their turret yet. Will finally drop it as they are likely to go down. The stuns of the orbs, too gosh darn strong. Jay very low. That turret doing work. Will they go down to the NPCs? No. Everybody manages to survive. iTunes healing everyone up, showing the power of this Ana. Is going to be the first fort of the game for the other Koreans. They're looking to grab this keep as well. Fury and Urel still down for another 30 seconds, and we're at least going to see the gate here. And interestingly enough, I want to point out, excuse me, Fire Stomp build coming out from Diablo with that Hellfire and that debilitating flame. So basically looking to with the Eternal Flames and Soul of the Flame as well. Lots of flames. Thank you for the 200 bits. And the corgis, I love them. Hello, streamer. Take my biddies with love. I appreciate you very much. Oh yeah, lots of flames coming out from Diablo. They're looking to kind of shut down their enemies and then just stay alive. This is kind of a weird sustained build for Diablo. Haven't seen it in quite a while, but in that last fight seems to provide very well. However, any Lazi? First bullet has been used. Ana stuck in that cocoon. Diablo gonna be the first to fall. Stay on, listen, connecting onto 3. iTunes is blasted into oblivion. Anylazi with no support, just going to go down there, but Fury is so full of poison. Deckard Potion's too good. Zool has been destroyed. All 5 members down. Level 20 on the board, and we could be seeing the Death March here. In fact, no, we most certainly are seeing the Death March. If it's the end, can't say for certain. You know, maybe the core is insane in 1v9s. It is an ex-HGC player. Used to be in all the games. And yeah, it's fallen fast. We have Grayman on the core. Medallions used just because why not? That's the end. Press your alt buttons. And game number 2 going over to CTON. Ladies and gentlemen and non-binary folks, we have a series on our hand. Sorry, I had to drink some water there. That was quite the game despite being Hanamura Temple. 14-3, so a little bit of a reverse of what happened in game number 1, except for more severe. The Cho'Gall Diablo just didn't seem to have quite enough damage to finish anybody off on the side of the other Koreans, and as such, they just really couldn't do anything on the map when all 5 members are always up. Tetcher, thank you very much for the 500 bits. I really appreciate that, guys. That helps a lot. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at some of these talents. We really didn't get to do that, and I forgot to hit F1 because I'm a potato. So, again, Diablo Fire Stomp build with the Feast on Fear. Interesting. Never seen that one before, but clearly they know a little bit more than I do about it. Ana looking fairly standard here. Debilitating Dart. Got a lot of value. Anti-healer. So a mix of grenade and dart build coming out from iTunes there. Everything else fairly standard. Looking at the builds across the board. We do see that Alpha Killer coming out from Grayman. I'm going to check quickly. Yep, most damage. Makes sense. Anytime that Cho'Gall was... oh no, your basic attacks just do... Your Worgen basic attacks do 3%. Ah, that's the catch. I thought it was maybe kind of like Executioner, but that's right. It's the Worgen. So if you're a Barky boy, you kill the Cho'Gall. And that's exactly what happened there. I'm going to let them know that I am ready for the next one. And we are going to hop once again over to our map screen. So picked by blue, one by blue. That was actually picked by red. There we go. Update. It's a little bit of a reversal coming out here. Just make sure you guys can all see what is going on. Boom. If you're just joining us for the first time this evening, then first of all, welcome. I'm Jinxeekatt. I'm going to be your streamer today. And second of all, how did we get here, Jinxie? Don't worry, I've got you. So we update the score screen. As you can see, Brax's Holdout and Tomb of the Skydiver Queen have been banned away by CTON. Cursed Hollow and Towers of Doom banned out by the other Koreans. Our first map we went to was picked by CTON. Of course, that was Volskaya. They did end up losing, and then we are now 1-1 as Hanamura Temple was picked up here by the members of the other Koreans and won by CTON. We are in game number 3 of our best of 5. So we've got at least one more after this. And as we can see, it is going to, as I can see, and as I can tell you right now, it is going to be Infernal Shrines for game number 3.
What do you say? Ready to have a little fun?
Hot to wow! Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to Nexus Gaming Series. Alright, they're all ready to go, so I'm going to let them know that we're ready. I'm going to say... Ask them if the first pick looks good, because every single game this seems to happen, and whenever it's not the losing team that that picks the first pick, I'm always kind of like, huh, because nobody ever picks map pick. Infernal Shrines, though, we are gonna head over there. So, wave clear. That seems to be important. Most likely won't see the Li Ming. Respect bans coming out once again, as Garrosh is going to be banned away. The other Koreans did end up opting for that first pick. Deathwing also immediately banned away. Do we see the respect bans coming out more here? Chromie. Again, fairly standard band. Could also be a respect, as I do think I remember one of the members of CTON being a super spicy Chromie player. This was picked by blue. Let me update that. There we go. Alrighty. And is this going to be... Gosh, what was it last time? I think it was Chromie that was actually banned on the side of CTON. So, interesting to see that the other Koreans are going to ban it. It's going to be Kael'thas taken away. Maze with a stun, no go. Also, excellent wave clear. So, first pick for the other Koreans. I keep wanting to say Diva's available, but she's not. She's been banned for 2 weeks while all the teams try to figure out how to play Diva. It's going to be the Lost Vikings from Jay. All right. I know some folks and I were making a joke the other day that every map is the Lost Vikings map if you're brave enough. And it looks like the other Koreans are just going to go ahead and get some soak while those objectives are active. Can be so very frustrating. I don't know anybody that likes to play against Vikings. You tolerate Vikings. But of course, we are going to see Enigmatic coming out with that Junkrat. Another super OP sleeper pick that not many folks seem to be seeing are good. Cho'Gall coming out once again. We've got Vikings Cho'Gall. Are we going to get the triple nipple skin? It wasn't picked last time, but maybe this time around we could be having a lot of folks going, for most of the chat. Sergeant Hammer gonna be banned away, and this is, we're borderline divulging into full-on meme category. Greymane gonna be banned away this time round. Makes sense. That Greymane did a lot of damage to our poor old Cho'Gall. So, get them out of here. picked up next for the side of CTON. Malthael Tychus. They're like, all right, man, you want to play Cho'Gall? You want to play Vikings? We'll just kill them. Like, if you're going to feed us some wins, then we're down. Of course, I could be lying. I mean, I guess I should just, like, predict who I want to win. Or, like, I don't know, man. Ario going to be picked up there. Ana has already been taken away. They're doing it again? Yep, they're doing it again. And I don't know. Whoever I want to lose, I should predict to win, because so far I'm 100% wrong. Phoenix going to come out from the Paletta this time. Do we see any kind of rotation on the heroes? The Paletta is usually the tank player. Fury, the last to finish us off. I won't be surprised if we see like a Murky or something. Like teams are just like, you know what, like F this. Or do we see a tank ETC available? It's gonna be Varian. Varian to lock down all the members of the other Koreans, and then of course you have that shield killer at 13. You can just throw your sword, kill the Phoenix shield, and that's like 50% of his health, especially if they opt for that more shield, less health talent. But into Varian, that would be incredibly spicy. We'll have to see how sauced the other Koreans are feeling. We're gonna bring it back over here for a second. Guys, stop memeing. I'm losing viewers. Every time the Cho'Gall comes out, I watch the viewer tick go down by 1. I'm like, guys. No, but really looking at this, I am going to have to give it to CTON just because I think that the Cho'Gall, the Vikings, super weird. But of course, that's just my opinion. Would love to hear what you folks all have to think as we hop into game number 3 in our best of 5 series. Over here on the left-hand side, we have CTON with Enigmatic on that Tychus. I have no idea how to pronounce this name. Is it Elhaim? Elhaim? I think it's Elhaim. Dark Chimera on the Ana, Elhaim on the Junkrat. Corgi Booty is going to be your Malthael, and Fury on that Variant. Over on the right-hand side, we've got Enilazi once again on your Cho'Gall. The Paletta will be your Phoenix. iTunes on the Ariel. And J12321 on those Vikings. Jump over here to the middle. Varian going for that line spot level 1, already getting a stack on it. Always like to talk about those quests as we move in. Tychus going for the dash, increase the range of run and gun by 50% there. On a pale horse for Malthael, super stand-in. Elhaim, okay. Thank you. Also, hi, Crowan. It's good to see you. Are going to see everybody just looking to grab Soak right now. Soak is the name of the game. Fury stacking so well on that Lion's Maw. Already getting 4 stacks. Minute comes and goes, and we are going to see the members of CTON hopping on to this camp. Bottom camp is going to be cleared out by Cho'Gall and pals down on the bottom, and it looks like we're just going to try and push out this bottom fort here. Trying to get the knockback onto Fury, does not connect, so that is not a stun. And right now, it looks like the other Koreans are just trying to bully as much as they can before Varian hits 4, because we all know Varian's not a real boy until level 4. They're going to slide in on the Paletta, get harassed by Enilazi. Junkrat is going to drop that concussion mine, not able to connect though. Out comes that Runic Blast, and the members of CTON just able to clear out this camp relatively easy. Up here in the middle, Malthael getting some pretty good soak here. Doing well against the Vikings. Up in the top, though, Viking keeping steady, and slowly but surely, the members of CTON are going to creep ahead in experience. It's also going to be our first death of the game on a Viking, and I'm not going to feel bad about that one because Vikings die all the time. Can't really keep an eye on it anytime somebody is near one of them. Sometimes, you know, they just die to minions. Another Viking going down in the middle lane. Looks like it was killed by Tychus and not minions, but, you know. Bruiser camps being picked up for both teams here. Level 4 is online. Of course, it is that taunt. 9 stacks on the Lion's Maw. And we got Boop'em build coming out from Junkrat, my absolute favorite build. Boom Pow, hitting an enemy hero with Concussion Mine reduces its cooldown by 10 seconds. And what this means is that you can just be really toxic. You can just throw out your mine, hit somebody, and continue to prevent them from doing anything fun. There's the taunt coming out onto Choke Gall. Boop does not connect. Tychus does, however, though, and that is going to be any Lozzie so very low. Ario going to try and do the best to heal them up. Now it is CTON starting this objective. Can Choke Gall go in? They've got about as much health as a normal hero, but still quite low, especially considering Minigun is most certainly up by now. 13-5. Out comes the sleep. Out comes the taunt. Choke Gall using that Surging Fist to dash away, but that is going to be Tychus getting the double kill onto any problems and Flozzy. Jay having those Vikings scurry away. Up in the top, Corgi Booty not even coming up. Just going to push with the Bruiser camp. They know that this Baylock can't do anything. And so now he's finally going to come down and join his friends as Choke Gall respawns, making it a 4v4. Never mind, there's the objective. Arcane Punisher going down into the bottom lane. And as such, second strongest Punisher in the game. Gotta get the stun onto Choke Gall. There comes the boop. Viking will go down. This forefront wall will go down. The John Cena looking a little bit rough though, 7%. The members of CTON are backing up. They know they can't grab anything else outside of this. Eric will go down. And now this bottom camp is what we want to fight over. We'll take a look at some of these other stats here for a moment. Kryn shouldn't fight free 10. You would think it's going to be a little bit rough for them until they can get those Choke Gall ultimates online. Nobody grabbing this camp yet, and just as I say that, we are going to get started. Roscoe already calling the GG. Wow. Choke Gall going to use the Runic Blast to scout, not finding anything except for the trap. Another Viking will go down. This is really rough territory for Choke Gall and Vikings. You never want to be behind on these characters because coming back is so very difficult. Fury is going to dive in. Sleep comes out. Taunt comes out. Boop does not connect. And you have to give it credit, despite the variant and the Ana combo being so good, Anilozzi really able to use that Surging Fist immediately to get out of range of that Concussion Mine before Junkrat is able to lay it. And as such, does not go down and get absolutely demolished. Here in the middle lane, Elheim is going to just have a grand old time soaking against everybody. Camps being picked up by both members. Vikings soaking. And remember, guys, always thank your off-lane players. They sacrifice the screen time so we can have XP. They're very cool and very attractive. Everyone just looking into position here. Lots of posturing going on. No one quite ready to fight just yet. At the vision of Ana there for just a moment. Choke Gall gets taunted. Tychus comes in, but the boop actually saving Choke Gall's life just for a moment. Sweep comes out. Enigmatic now finding the Viking. Fury going to try and finish him off. It is going to be Olaf killed away. Resurrection not going to be used. Malthael finally goes down. That's a real hero. Dies to Phoenix up in the top lane. Jay and the Paletta able to finish off Corgi Booty, who may have gotten a little bit too cocky there. And that reminds me, seeing that glowing orb, we are at level 10 for both these teams. So why don't we take a look at what we got? We do have that Riptire coming out. Shield Wall for Varian. Last rights, Commandeer Odin coming out for Malthael and Tychus respectively. Nano boost, fairly standard stuff all the way around. And then, of course, same as before. Upheaval. Actually, wait a second. That's Upheaval into Twisting Nether. A little bit different than the first combo. Tychus dashing in, may find himself in a rough spot as they're trying to be healed up by that Chimera, will go down to that Purification Salvo. The Cho'Gall doing a lot of twisting Nether, getting so much value right there. And now this is the fight that the other Koreans are looking for. Varian finally finishing that level 1 Ryan's Maw here at level 12. And the early wave clear is going to go over to the other Koreans. A little bit of fight happening. Malthael has returned and is looking to stone away those Vikings. All 5 members of CTON are going to be here at this objective. We're seeing all 3 Vikings appear as well. A full-on 5v5 for the team. Varian having to use that shield wall. We'll be down for a couple of seconds now. It's about an 8-second cooldown, I believe, and you only get 1 charge once you pick up the shield wall. Down here in the bottom, out comes Upheaval, but everybody able to get out on the side of CTON, and this is going to be the Frozen Punisher going over to the members of the other Koreans. This is considered the strongest Punisher. He turns off the buildings now. Fury not able to escape the clutches of John Cena, does get stunned, does go down, and now with no engaging tank, this is going to be a rather free push for the members of the other Koreans. That's a fair point, Hunter. There is not going to be an Aegis to prevent the last right. I forgot what it was called. Ana will go down there in the meantime, and dang, John setting up the kills for everybody there. I guess you really don't need an engaged tank when you got old John Cena jumping on people, killing them. Are going to see the other Koreans now grab this siege camp with these impalers. Not going over. Ooh, gosh, out comes Purification Salvo. CTON able to just back away. Good peeling coming out from Cho'Gall there, allowing the team to grab those impalers. And now all 3 bottom camps should just go over to the other Koreans. Gonna pick up this bottom camp. In the meantime, it's just clear city for CTON. Varian looking to clear. Varian Ana, best camp clear NA. Of course, these impalers will go over as well to our friends in orange. In the top, Corgi Booty gonna come down. Look for some spicy Vikings picks. Maybe that Cho'Gall if he wants to have a quick snack. And it looks like CTON is looking for a gank push. They're going to set up here in the middle of the map, try and find Jay. They saw him come out. Jay actually scouting out there with that Olaf. Out comes the Eye of Kilrog. And as such, nobody gets caught there. We do have level 16 online and a shocking turn of events. What looked like it was such a clean, concise game for the members of CTON. Ends up the other Koreans have 16 first. They have that leaden orb, which stuns heroes for 1 second if you get hit by it. No joke. Eddie Lazzi looking to grab this bottom 4, make this shrine as hard as possible for CTON to clear. Fury will get the taunt onto Cho'Gall. Out comes the twisting Nether. You can't taunt Gall. Fury using that protect to eat most of the Purification Salvo. Enigmatic also getting a little bit low there. Ana will have to heal them all up. Junkrat clearing out everything in the top as the Bruiser camp was taken by the other Koreans as well. Do we see the other Koreans take their Bruiser before this objective? It hasn't quite started the countdown yet. Looks like they're actually just going to try and defend this bottom camp. Everyone playing so cautiously, so safe right now. Understanding that, you know, maybe underestimating the Cho'Gall Vikings like the rest of us did was a rough call. Mortar Shrine will be starting up now. Active in just 22 seconds. And the other Koreans have a really solid lead on... I was going to say they had a solid lead on the positioning here, but it's just Cho'Gall in a bush, and one Cho'Gall does not make a setup. So Cho'Gall actually going to back off, and CTON is going to take the offensive position here. Going to get rid of that Eye of Kilrog, try and limit as much vision as they can. And now with no one from CTON to be found, we are going to see the members start up this objective. But here comes the Paletta. As soon as it was activated, the members in orange move in. 16 skeletal defenders, though, already claimed by CTON there. And Elazi goes in, uses the upheaval, but there was terrain in the way, and as such, Corgi Booty just kind of goes for like a slight inconvenience there. Gonna jump onto this Cho'Gall, who he is just devouring. However, that's all 5 members onto Corgi Booty there, and Dark Chimera missing all 3 shots of that active reload. You hate to see it. Malthea getting quite low. Corgi Booty saying, you know what, maybe I'll just go soak. There's a camp in the top lane. Mortar Punisher will go over to CTON here. And Elazi chasing out Cho'Gall. Cho'Gall getting harassed by John Cena, having to use the Molten Block. Stun comes out onto Varian. Olaf gonna go down, but not before Junkrat does as well. Play again comes out, and that's gonna be the one for Viking trade. Ana gonna be the next to fall. Fury very low. Do we see the Vikings chase him? They have that that Nordic attack squad now, which does, anytime all 3 Vikings are together, it is 2% of your maximum health, I believe. 2.5, 1.25. All right, halfway there. But yeah, it ends up being about 4% of your health as all 3 of them are together, because all 3 of the autos will proc this level 13 talent. And as we can see there, it just eats Varian alive. Punisher not getting a whole lot of value. Once again, camps in the bottom, and aggressive lanes will go over to the members of the other Koreans. And is there going to be any kind of defense? Fury is going in, not claimed quite yet. App just going to go over to the other Koreans, who are playing this incredibly well. Camp over on the right-hand side is going to be started as well. All 5 members here. It's going to go down fairly quickly. 17 to 19. It's up to CTON to make a play right here, right now. They find the Nords, but taunting them is exactly what they want, as Fury's health drops very, very low. Out comes that Purification Salvo, and not a bad trade for CTON there. Gonna just step back and try and clear out these minions here. They managed to grab that Purification Salvo. Won't be up for another 75 seconds, but level 20 is just on the rise, and that's right about when
What do you say? Ready to have a little
members
fun?
of the other Koreans will like to fight. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to Nexus Gaming Series. I wasn't able to see the name, unfortunately, but I appreciate you stopping by. Out comes the bribe from Jay here, and just all the camps on the game are going over to the side of the other Koreans, who are doing so very well in this late game. Late game Cho'Gall, late game Vikings, just devastating. Jay, though, will be exploded by that Junkrat. Boom, pow there. They'll have it active again thanks to that CDR. However, stunned. These stunning orbs are so devastating. Going to get that front keep wall. Lots of damage coming out from the side of the other Koreans now. They're no longer a meme, no longer a joke. And honestly, hey, sorry guys. I guess I didn't see your Galaxy Big Brain plays, but if it's anything to go off of, every time I've predicted a draft, it's been wrong. So I don't know what else we expected, as we are going to see once again all the camps being picked up here. That was the last one on the map for another, oh gosh, 39 seconds. Yeah, 39 seconds is the next time we will have a camp up. Both teams setting up a gank push, trying to catch each other out. Junkrat mines coming out. Nobody connected on with that upheaval. Out comes the orbs. Again, no stun. And upheaval, pretty short cooldown. We'll be back up in 30 seconds. Not a big deal for them to spend that there. Shrine is active in the top lane, which is exactly where CTON need to head to clear out that top bruiser camp. It's just going to keep spawning dogs until somebody deals with it. Malthea looking to grab these bottom soak. Try and get level 20 for their team before anybody is able to fight. Varian looking to try and scout around, see who's on the map. Maybe him and Maltheo can pick someone. All the while, the rest of the team, again, looking for 20. We've got that Fury of the Storm for those Vikings. Twilight Frenzy reduces the cooldown of Shadow Flame and Dread Orbs Dread Orb for the next 6 seconds. Shield of Hope, keep everyone nice and healthy. Favor of the Old Gods. Upheaval rooting heroes. Now it's going to be devastating to get caught in that. It was already super inconvenient, but Viking will go down. Play again is used. Elheim not getting picked off there. It's kind of worried when those Viking attacks come out and they just eat through you. It feels awful. On a Pale Horse getting Mal. Look at that Springer go. Wow, so fast. He zoom. Arcane Punisher. Medallion Pop. This is the first medallion I've seen all game, so I don't know if we're just fighting in lane when I'm not there. But Medallion Pop by Corgi Booty as this Arcane Punisher will jump onto them. That is going to be upheaval used, connecting onto nobody. The keep will go down. Punisher has been successfully baited to that middle keep. So maybe 2 keeps here, but that should be all we see. And in fact, it's just going to be, ooh, a fantastic Dread Orb stump there. But nobody going down. Fury trying to make something happen. Level 20 is online for CTON. They're going to find 1 Viking. The large and in charge, not going to do anything for them there as Olaf does go down. Play again is down for another 30 seconds, so that is going to be Olaf gone for the next 30 seconds there. And now it looks like CTON may want to go Viking hunting. Knowing that they don't have that stun is quite a big deal. But lanes are pushed. CTON has other things to worry about than picking off Vikings. Going hunting is not high on their priority right now. As such, seeing as there is a little bit of weakness in the comp of the other Koreans currently, just going to try and grab these objectives, or grab these, I guess technically the objectives right now. I keep wanting to call camps objectives. I have no idea why, but I mean, that's what's available. That's what you could get. And so that's exactly what CTON are going to do. Meanwhile, note that bottom camp is probably being taken using that Viking bribery. We're going to see Jay and the Paletta clean up that bruiser camp rather quickly, send it on its way up to top lane where there is no keep, and force a response from the members of CTON. All the while, middle lane was cleared out. Bottom lane will be cleared rather quickly as Togal shows up to help out Lil Eric. Ariel here as well, and getting that bruiser camp really well played by the other Koreans, knowing that the team had the no keep there, so not able to push with those camps and get the most value. However, Enigmatic is just going to shoot a single grenade at the well and then back off. This isn't even the lane the Punisher is pushing, so super interested in that play. How many stacks do we have on our last fight? We got 1 stack on our last right. Always like to keep that up to date, see how far our CDR has gone. In the bottom lane, Malthale just doing whatever it is those Malthales do in the off lane, getting the extra soak. Gank Bush has been set up. Wells are starting to be poached by the members of CTON. I know that. There it is. Big play right there, making it more difficult for the other Koreans to try and grab this objective. They can't just go back and tap. Neither can CTON though, so a little bit more of a fair fight here. However, there is a bruiser camp pushing up in the top lane, and so this camp will have to be dealt with quickly. The Paletta getting blasted into oblivion. That Unconquered Spirit saving their life there. Malthale giving their life for their own. Malthale has returned with that no one can stop death. Gonna have that increased death timer for the next couple of minutes. And that was it. That was the chance for CTON. Now they have to back up and defend against that top camp. But instead they're gonna pop the Odin and look to fight here. Out comes the Banner of Stormwind, giving folks movement speed, trying to catch up onto any Lazi, who Actually looks really small for a Cho'Gall. I thought maybe somebody had a debuff on them. But nope. Varian will get the taunt. Nobody able to follow up. Boopin comes out. Larsen in charge used onto Fury. Has to pop that shield wall. Out comes the medallion of Tychus. Does go down. Olaf for Tychus. Not the best trade in the world, but a trade nonetheless. Fury being blasted by the Paletta. Shield wall coming out yet again. Enilazi chasing down the members of CTON. Malthea will go down, and that is going to be 80-second death timer. The Paletta coming in to clean up house. Mortar Punisher is achieved by the members of CTON, but at what cost? Varian goes down. Phoenix looking for blood. They have that Warp Warfare, which gives them that extra attack speed. I didn't even realize there's 13% on the core. That is going to be game number 3 going over to the other Koreans. And well played. I thought that draft was just being honestly dicks, but they did super well. Take a look here at the score screen, and despite the 23-minute game, we're 5-12 here in kills. The Lost Vikings making up 3, so that is about 12 kills, or 3 per Viking, however you want to look at it. Over here on the side of the other Koreans. Wow, that's really clean by them. Cho'Gall only dying once, making up the other 2 kills in that 5-12. Corgi Booty being absolutely bullied in that game number 3. They left him all alone in game number 2, so they had to make up for it a little bit. And in game number 3, they're like, you know what? Like, you want to kill our Cho'Gall? Try to kill our Cho'Gall. We'll just kill you, Corgi. And they did. Take a look at these talents here. Orb build coming out for Clausy there with that Taskmaster, allowing all those extra auto attacks to reduce the cooldown of Shove. Of course, we saw that Viking bribery, the Arsenal synergy from Phoenix there. Ariel going for that Righteous Assault and reducing the cooldown of Sacred Sweep for every enemy it hits in the center. Having that heavy melee team in like the short range of Junkrat and Malthael makes sense, and really, really well done in the end there with that Shield of Hope. There wasn't a whole lot that the relatively bursty damage of the other Koreans could do, and as such, we are going to game number 4, potentially our final game of the evening. Let's go ahead and update our score screen to reflect what is going on. If you're new to the stream, welcome friends, welcome. I'm Jinxeekatt, I'm your host for this evening. Once again, reverse on the map. We will actually know this one was picked by the members of CTON, and not won. I'm a fool. Was won, there we go, by the other Koreans, who are now up 2-1 in our best of 5 series. Everyone just kind of reversing, I don't know, drafting each other maps and doing well on them. Gonna bring it over here to me. Hello, it's been a minute. 23 to be exact. Hope you guys are having a good time. We'll be loading in just a second. Wrong game, friend! I was like, what are they doing in here? It looks like the teams are all in, ready to go. And I don't know why I brought it back over here, because I am going to immediately have to update the map, as we are going to Dragonshire for map number 4. So why don't we update that bad boy? Game 4 is Dragonshire. Bio break is coming up, and I think that is a great idea. Clausy taking a bio break. We are going to do the same. I'll throw some rockin' tunes on for you. Dragonshire was picked, as we update this, by team number 1. That is going to be... No. It was picked by the other Koreans, which makes sense. Everybody just seems to want to first pick when they lose. This is really strong. Get the hero you want. Set up your comp early. So, other Koreans picking that up. Update. I'm going to throw some music. I don't know. I'll make a thing that says... I don't really have a be right back screen, so I guess I'll just bring it here. We'll see you guys in a moment. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out. Appreciate you so much. And go run, grab a drink, grab a snack, get ready for the games.
Try not to fall, try not to lose any hope that the dawn might bring. Losing faith in me and everything I do, but now we'll be okay.
What do you say? Ready to have a little fun?
Try not to fall, try not to lose any hope that the dawn might bring. Losing faith in me and everything I do, but now we'll be okay. We're all right, and we're
Alrighty, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again. I'm Jinxeekatt, I'm your lovely host and caster for this evening. I'm going to let the players know that we are ready, and as soon as we do, we should be ready to hop into game. So, any minute now, everyone should be back and rip roaring ready to go. Hopefully you are all able to go, you know, find a snack. Tell all your friends that, like, there's this really cool caster who's on NGS right now. You should definitely check her out, so. Hi, Murda. Nice to see you. Nope, nobody has won just yet. We are 2-1 in favor of the other Koreans. So this could very much be our last match of the evening. But still one more to come. And it looks like we still have a couple of folks a couple moments away. So they should be back just momentarily. I always say when I do that, I'm like, all right, we're good to go, right? Right. And they're like, yeah, we're good to go. I'm like, all right, then let's go. And they're like, oh, wait. Sorry, my mom's sister's dogs, hamsters, abuela's bar mitzvah is happening right now. I need to call them. All right, Clausy is back. I'm ready. Looks like CTON is ready. Are the other Koreans ready? Because once they are, we are all set to go. Are we ready to go? Yes or no? All right. R, we are ready. Ready for adventure. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you missed it, and non-binary folks, of course, we are going to Dragonshire. Now, do we see Cho'Gall for a third time on Dragonshire? Is it going to be banned out? Have to wait and see. Are we going to see similar bans? We'll see Deathwing come out first. Remember, this is CTON with the first pick. Deathwing ban. It was just too gosh darn strong. More respect onto Fury, as Garrosh is going to be banned away as well. And there's the Cho ban. They said, play something else, please. We don't want to deal with it. It's very annoying. Of course, Chromie also going to be banned away here. Now, Dragonshire first pick. Ana, of course. Dark Chimera doing so well on the Ana. Anybody not banning it is definitely picking it up here now. So, another mage could be coming out. Maybe the Li Ming that we've seen so much of. Ana Li Ming, very standard. Jaina, if they're feeling super spicy. Or we could see Orphea. Haven't seen her all evening. Ewok Thor, thank you for the raiding party. Welcome, viewers of Ewok Thor. I hope you guys had a wonderful time, as we have Lost Vikings decorative locked in. And at this point, like, I feel like the other Koreans are just messing with CTON. They're like, all right, what can you play? What's working well for you folks? Because we know what works well for us, and we're just going to try and draft around it and make your lives as miserable as possible. Greymane, Li Ming, gonna be picked up there. There's the combo. And so far, looking really solid from both teams at this level of play. You know, every map is a Vikings map if you're brave enough. Right on time. Yeah, start again, potentially last game of the series, maybe one more after this. We are going to see ETC taken out here. Johanna also banned away. They say, we know you need a tank. So what does that leave available? Diablo still up, very strong on the map, and that's exactly who the Paletta is going to pick up. Do have healer now, so now DPS, as it looks like the Vikings will most likely be the off lane and the middle lane, and maybe even the bottom lane. A killer gank squad coming out from the other Koreans, perhaps, with Maiev to follow up that Diablo. It's really starting to look that way. Maybe some defense to come out here from the members of CTON, a hero that disengage as well, but they've already got their DPS and their support locked in. So, an Uberak could be done again, played well. Varian, we could see the legendary Fury Muradin come out here. Tank pool starting to get a little bit small. And there it is, Muradin Zeratul, Corgi Booty, the off lane, #1 Viking Hunter hero. And the Predator skin too, which I think is like really cool. Like just go around and assassinate those Vikings. No XP for you, Jay. Last but not least, this has to be like a super high DPS hero, right? Like I don't know, like a really insanely aggressive Vala could be good here. It's gonna be Raynor. So I mean, I guess kind of like Vala, but more safe. Take a nap on the keyboard and win the game, but still high DPS. Any swap of Rooney's coming out here. Now, I like the kill combo of the other Korean, so that's my guess. But so far, I'm 0 for 3 in terms of who's going to win. So that means that it's probably going to be CTON who takes it here. Of course, once again, ladies and gentlemen and non-binary folks, that's just my prediction. Would love to hear what you folks all think in the chat. I don't know. I thought I had a sneeze coming, but it's gone now. It's always when I'm on camera too. But teams are loading in lightning fast, so we are gonna hop in here. Over on the right-hand side, we have the members of the other Koreans. Any problems on the Maiev, iTunes, on that Deckard Cain, the Paletta will be your Diablo, Clausy on that Raynor, and Jay on the last Vikings. And over here on the right-hand side, or left-hand side, we have, I'm really tired if you couldn't tell, Dark Chimera on that Ana, Fury on the Muradin, Elhim on that Greymane, Enigmatic will be your Li Ming, and Corgi Booty on that Zeratul. Everybody headed to the middle lane. Take a look-see here at what everyone's picked up. We do have that Sapphire coming out from Decker, trying to slow folks, seeing as you can only use Ruby about every other cube now, just like in the good old days. Any problems having to back out, does not get connected on by that sleep dart. Li Ming going with the Force Armor, making sure she doesn't immediately die with her squishy health bar to anyone else. Fury is going to jump in and get harassed there, has to try and keep themselves alive. Finally, the jump comes back out. They're able to spring away. Ana already using that Gladiator's Medallion, the first person outside of the Paletta we've pretty much seen all series use that medallion. Zeratul gonna grab that early Viking as the first blood. Poor Eric will go down.
You think yourself worthy to wield the dragon?
Camps are gonna be picked up here by the side of both parties. Looking to just try and get some push down here in the bottom lane. Paletta trying to push Fury out, making sure that they don't invade onto this camp. Middle lane, we are going to see another gank attempt on the Vikings. Greymane without that range ability, not able to finish connecting. Jay gonna tap on that Viking or Hearthing, or not Hearthing back. Heading back safely to pick up that soak. Bottom lane soak is the name of the game. Now Dark Chimera standing on the point, has to be careful. Fury doing an excellent job staying safe given vision for them though. So far though, that's only one on the Stormbolt quest. We have that perfect storm, which apparently can go up to 65,000 I've just seen. Fury gonna get trapped in that root. Gonna jump away though with the Dwarf Toss. Was a moment where the channel was available for the side of CTON, but the Vikings able to take that back on the top. And now on the bottom, Diablo gonna push away off onto the minion with 95 health. Escapes out of there. Ruby's in the middle. Any problems looking to snack those up. Fury once again missing that Stormbolt. Li Ming misses the combo on the stationary target. Feels bad. 3 stacks on the Stormbolt quest. We do have that reverberation coming down, increasing that attack speed clap. Diablo coming in. That is going to be Dark Chimera rooted, and that is going to be first blood for the side of, first true blood for the side of the other Koreans. The first real hero goes down. Clausy may be the next to go, though. Murden grabbing that Stormbolt just for good measure. This is going to be the bottom altar going over to the side of the other Koreans. And as such, with the Vikings, it's going to be Dragon picked up here. 3-minute Dragon, so not the absolute strongest. And they're kind of hanging out and waiting. Had to move the Viking, and as such, the Dragon suffered a little bit there. Ana coming in, trying to defend, but she's only an Ana. Dark Chimera can do only so much. There's Elheim chasing it away, and now they're looking to take the Dragon top, really harass that solo lane. Zeratul, who hasn't really even been in the lane much, is going to have an even harder time without this well. Dragon Knight now looking for the fort. If the Viking dies, it's just a Viking. Here comes Greymane to try and help finish off this keep. It looks like they don't give a flip about this little Baylog here. He's got 25% health and does end up going down. But again, just a Viking. All the while, the rest of the team for the other Koreans was able to push in and take one tower down here in the bottom. Now looking to grab this bottom camp. Fury checking on him, seeing what's going on. May have bit off more than they can chew. Gets pulled back by Maiev. Uses the Dwarf Toss to get away. Out comes the Scroll of Sealing, but does not connect onto our Rotund friend. Murden will escape. Greymane may not be so lucky, though they don't have the same... Okay, they actually do. Fury once again, Dwarf Toss Medallion comes out. Out comes those Umbral Binds, but either Medallion or Toss able to get everyone out. It's going to be no kill going over to the other Koreans, who just have it made in the shade right now. Gonna start on this siege camp in the middle lane. Jay's having just a lovely time hitting the minions, not having a care in the world. All they have to do is collect the soak too, so they can even stand behind the gate or stand by the towers. We see Jay there as Singularity Spike comes out. Run to the towers, make sure Corgi Booty isn't going to chase after him. And see, he's gone. Now I'm just going to start grabbing those orbs there. Misses it. Oh, no. Oh, no, Jay. You missed the soak. We're having an invade come here, which is significantly more interesting than a Viking hitting some minions. Clausy getting quite low. Great penetrating round, preventing their death there. And now Fury being harassed by the Paletta. Raynor will finally fall, but however, Greymane trades their life for the kill. Fury being healed up by Dark Chimera, occupying most of their time, does mean that poor Elheim is going to go down. Paletta just drinking all the floor juice, keeping up nice and healthy. They do have those 100 souls available. It's going to be another Fire Stomp Diablo build with the Soul Shield at level 1, though, to help prevent against the Li Ming and Zeratul damage. Up here in the top, we are going to see Elheim respawn and then head over to these Vikings while Corgi Booty tries to soak up. Ana and Murden, in the meantime, are just looking to grab this middle, make sure nobody can invade. Bruiser Camp being picked up by the side of the other Koreans. And Deckard and the Paletta just kind of live here. They're finally going to head up to try and harass Murden, maybe try to grab this shrine. However, Greymane and Zeratul together are going to be able to pick this up. Level 10 has been reached by both teams here. Medallion will come out for Fury, making sure they don't get connected onto those Umbral Binds. And any problems really getting value with these chains. Every single time they bring them out, somebody has Medallion, it seems. However, this is going to be a really great gank by the other Koreans. Out comes the Diablo. Stay while and listen, as well as that Warden's Cage. Fury getting harassed by any problems. Dragon was picked up by a Viking. Push away will save Fury's life. Raynor is going to be the next to go down, though. 2 for 1. Li Ming does die. The Paletta looking to make it a 3. Maiev did fall there, as did Raynor. Now will Diablo. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Nexus Gaming Series. I'm Jinxeekatt, and this Dragon Knight is destroying this middle lane. Are going to see this middle fort go down. Punt coming out onto Li Ming. She does the most damage here in this lane. As such, has to go. Now we're going to see Dragon headed back up towards that top. They really want to make this hell on Zeratul. Another pick away. And now Eric the Swift running for their life. They know that they... Huh! Yeah, they just let him live there. Interesting. Eric will pick up the potion. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, the next tower was claimed, as was about 33% of this fort here down in the bottom. And the other Koreans having a really dominant showing. They're continuing to pick up these camps, make sure the pressure never stops. The only thing available to do right now is the camp on the side of CTON. You can see the danger ping coming out there just a moment ago. They know on the side of the other Koreans that's got to be where CTON is. Nevertheless, though, 12 to 13. Fury's going to try and claim it. They will. Out comes the cursed bullet. Fury is in the back, though, gets haymakered. The Paletta may have, yeah, there he goes. Gonna say may have overextended there, and they definitely do, and thus not expecting that haymaker from the Muradin does end up going down there. We'll take a look at some of these ultimate heroic abilities here, because holy cow, there are a couple of good ones. The first being haymaker, as we just saw in that fight. Eric will fall. The next being Might of the Nathrazim, not
What do you
the
say? Ready to have a little fun?
Zeratul Void Prism we typically see. Not really a combo to set up.
The shrines
Actually, there was the
awaken
APOC.
who will wield
Never
the
mind, that's
Dragon
from the other
Knight's
team. I'm an
ancient
idiot.
strength.
So yeah, not a huge combo to pull off with the Void Prison as such. Just gonna go for those extra charges of blinks to get in, get out, move around the map a lot quicker. Bottom camp is going to be contested here. Greymane drops the cursed bullet. Diablo dropping that lightning breath. Out comes Stay a While and Listen. Unstoppable ping by Greymane there. That is going to be Raynor and Diablo going down. Any problems coming back in? Their only way out is in. They use that vault to the Wardens, but that's a Li Ming triple kill with that nano boost. Greymane looking for more blood. iTunes given the camp an old bonk, and have they stayed too long? No, has Elheim overstayed. They're tanking the tower 10%. Deckard does inevitably fall, and successful turnaround in the bottom by CTON, who are down but definitely not out.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
First fort of the game for the side of CTON. They've got this extra spell armor, and now is their opportunity to push. Deckard still won't be down for another 10 seconds, but seeing as the whole rest of the team has respawned, and that's a lot of scary heroes on the side of the other Koreans, this is going to be Dragon Knight potentially. Can the Vikings hold it? Play again, or Viking was killed off there. Play again is available. This is going to be the first Dragon Knight going over to the side of CTON, who are really making a comeback here. Bruiser Camp is also going to go over to CTON, was being started by the other Koreans, and yeah, really solid turnaround. That's all three Vikings have been killed at one point. Play again was used there, so that's another 30 seconds. We won't have Eric, who does the most damage here. Going for a little bit different build. It's significantly different, actually, from the first game we saw the Vikings come out in on that Infernal Shrines game. Dragon looking to grab this mid lane, tries to get the boop onto Maya, but a great vault of the Wardens prevents them from doing so and ends up wasting the time of the Dragon. Li Ming is all alone here, and better be careful. There are two heroes ready to kill her. Make that one, though, but any problems can keep her underneath the fort. She is going to bounce away, but there comes that Spirit of Vengeance. Another blink coming out as Li Ming loses 50% of her health. Top fort was taken out, something that Vikings have been desperately trying to do with Dragon for the last 12 minutes. CTON was able to do just with their real heroes here. Li Ming gets away. Jay using that little Eric, scurrying away. Activates the invulnerable, making sure he can stay alive. Out comes Hyperion. Another fight breaking out over this siege camp. Stay a while and listen, connecting on a nobody, but a great disengage tool. Out comes the Warden's Canes. That is going to be Greymane going down. Murden quick to follow. Enigmatic only has 45 health. One Viking will fall. Clausy is dead on the tail of Enigmatic, but a full combo to the face is not enough. Corgi Booty trying to go in with that Singularity Spike, but unable to connect. Means that they're just going to take this 2-for-1 in a Viking and call it a day. Bottom fort is going to be top priority here for the other Koreans. Can they get the fort? Make it even forts across the map? Nope, Leeming on a too strong. Zeratul lurking around, jumps onto I2, who has been separated. However, Deckard is so hard to kill. That boop and stick coming out. Deckard is a bruiser too. Leeming goes down. Deckard finally falling, but Zeratul also going down. And now Dark Chimera all by themselves. Large and in charge will get the stun. Out comes that medallion, but not enough. And the greed from CTON is real. The reverse throw into throw. Rough times all around for our friends in the blue as the other Koreans pick it back up in this late game. Fury and Greyman weren't at that last fight, which means there's only one place that they could be. Fury having to back away, give over this camp. Out comes the lightning breath. Any problems? Has no mana, so should be very careful. But Quasi, who doesn't need any, is just like, you know what? Like, we're not too fond of your kind here. Hitting folks with hammers, gonna send Murden back to their fort. Jay grabbing the dragon, and this is gonna be a rough defense for the members of CTON. They've got camps in 2 lanes, dragon in the 3rd, and as such, was gonna be a kick on a Fury, but maybe considered against it. Got out of range at the wrong moment, so we see a little bit of a pause there coming out from the Dragon Knight. Bottom lane is going to be the object of the Dragon Knight's fury. Viking will go down just to minions most likely, as Dragon Knight is being controlled for taking up most of Jay's focus. This keep so under fire with Dragon Knight Flame Breath means that it's going to be targeted by that -20 armor. Keep, however, 35% on the dragon does go down. And now, Jay looking for the core. It's still got 24%. Other Viking does go down, but play again will be up soon. Fury trying to grab onto any problems. Dragon will fall. Invulnerable coming out for the Vikings. And now other Koreans trying to summon back those Vikings and scootle out of here. Stay a while and listen does come out. Connects onto nobody. Quickly interrupted. Warden's Cage is solid. Fury stuck in the middle. Out comes the Lightning Breath. That's a full Li-Ming combo to the face. That will be Diablo going down. They don't have the souls. Tank for tank. Traded out here. Elheim running for their life. Tries to find security under the fort, but not able to do so. However, that is a 3-second stun from the core. Shield is getting low. Can the other Koreans finish it off and win this series here? 84%. That's 2 sleep. 2 Vikings on the core. GG being called by Fury as the core hits sub 50%. And that is going to be game number 4 and your series going over to the other Koreans. Well done. All right, let's take a look at some of these Statarinos. 14-12, very, very close game. Could have gone either way there. Both teams really giving it their all, had some really intense high moments there. Big shouts to those Vikings. On a smaller map like Dragon, you can always be kind of worried about what a Viking player is going to be able to accomplish, but Jay just locking up Corgi Booty for most of the time in that top lane, and then having those other Vikings to run free, grab the Dragon Knight, was a really rough style to play, and Clausy on the Rainer staying mostly safe for most of the game, but any problem doing exactly the opposite, running it down at the members of CTON and getting some really great damage in. Well done. We'll take a look at these talents here once again. Eternal Flames Diablo, this whole Fire Stomp build, getting a ton of value, keeping those souls nice and healthy when they need it. And then, of course, the reset on those stuns, also keeping you nice and topped up. Looking fairly standard here for the heroes. Trying to see if anything jumps out. Well, we do have that Twilight Fall. Smite of the Nathrezim resets the cooldowns of all basic abilities. Typically see Zeratul wants to go in and kind of clean up, opting for that Shadow Mending, which allows him to stay in and just infinitely heal. Not today, though. So, head over to the map as we update our final score for the evening. I'm going to plug myself, and then you guys all are going to see somebody else, whoever the admins choose to raid. I know Linehouse is streaming right now, so they may send you over that way. There we are. Boom. And boom. All right. If you're just coming in, that's the game. Sorry, folks. You can still see what happened by taking a quick look over here at this map helper tool. Gotta bring it back to me. Once again, folks, I'm Jinxeekatt. Thank you so much for watching. If you had a good time, first and foremost, exclamation mark Matcherino in chat will bring you to the player pool. We're still accepting donations for it. It's well over $1,000, but you can give these players a reason to stay here and play some games with us because we absolutely love them and we don't want anything else. Convincing them that, you know, there's no reason to be here, because there is. It's a really, really great place to be. Storm Division, win yourself a bunch of money, play some games with your friends. It's really, really awesome. So check it out. Go support the players, because none of us would be here without them. Second of all, exclamation mark Patreon. Help out NGS. They've done this really awesome deal where all the bits and all the subs go to the casters, so that those of us not casting on our own channel, like myself this evening, can hopefully make a couple extra bucks while doing the thing that we love, which is casting Heroes of the Storm. So go support their Patreon. Help them out. They're really wonderful people. Everything that everyone does is 100% volunteer, except for when all of us are on these Storm Division games. And last but not least, exclamation mark casters in chat will bring you to my Twitch page, where you can come and hang out with Jinxie. We have a whole lot of fun. We play a lot of Heroes of the Storm. We cast a lot of Heroes of the Storm. We play some WoW on occasion, getting super hyped for Shadowlands. I'm a full-time streamer now. I know it doesn't look like much yet, but we're getting there. So please come by, check me out. If you like what I'm doing, you know, drop a couple of bits, drop a couple of subs, or just follow. See when I go live. If you can't afford monetarily, like, that's totally cool too.
The conquest begins.
Dayuki, thank you very much for the subscription. Welcome to the NGS family. Very kind of you. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.